Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. It's time for a mid-month of June general energy check-in reading, and the format that I'm going to use for this reading is the elemental signs. So I'm not going to do the all signs format like I normally do at the beginning of the month. I'm going to group the signs by elements. So I'm going to start with the fire sign and then the earth sign, air sign, and water signs last. I'm using two decks. I'm using the Heavenly Bloom Tarot deck. It's a mass market deck by Noah Ikeda, published by US Games. And I will be drawing a card per each area of your life from the deck. So I'm going to do a card for the physical manifestation of your life, so anything material, mundane, work, home, financial situation, work path. Then I'm going to draw a card for the area of the mind realm, how you're doing intellectually, ideas, communications, maybe even work-related stuff. Then a card for the heart area, for the emotional sphere of your life. We'll take a look at the energy of all relationships. Messages about romantic relationships might come through, and also other kind of connections that have an emotional value. So it might be about friends, family, colleagues. And then we'll take a look at your spiritual energy. We'll draw a card at the end from the Oracle of the Phoenix by Christine Arana Fader. This is a new release by Bears and Company, I think, for some extra guidance, for some more messages of affirmation of guidance for you. So we're going to start with let's see, Aries, the fire signs. So these are general reading for entertainment purposes only. Please take with you whatever resonates with your personal circumstances. Filter the messages through the lenses of your life story and disregard whatever doesn't ring a bell. Because of our natal charts and how complex they are, messages might be spread in more than one element. So we're looking at the sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and also placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. So if you have an opportunity to take a look at your natal chart to see where your placements are, and the major players, planetary speaking, are, please do so, because you might find messages for you in more than one reading, in more than one element. So let's begin. And my cat is chirping with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You will find timestamps in the description of the video. And as usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep track of all my uploads. And if the readings resonate with you, please let me know in the comment section. I always appreciate your constructive feedback. If the reading resonates with you and you would like to go a little deeper, you can contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of all my videos to book a personal reading. My fees are really affordable. All right, so for you, fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, what do you need to know? So what's going on in your life? Physical manifestation of your life. So home, work, assets. Judgment card. This is a beautiful, very colorful, fantasy-inspired deck. So this is the Judgment card with the angel, I think it's Archangel Gabriel, with the trumpet and big announcement. So this is a big reckoning time for you. Whatever is happening in your life, at home, with your profession, with your job. It's a time of important decisions. So we'll clarify also. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's pull a card for the mind space for you your intellectual clarity. What is going on intellectually? Mid-June for fire sign. What is going on intellectually? So anything related to communication, the spoken word, the written word. Two cards. So this might interest your mental clarity and anything related to work, for example. And we got the 10 of Laurels and the 8 of Laurels that in this deck indicates the, represents the pentacles, the coins. So two beautiful cards working on with devotion and dedication towards a specific goal and achieving it. And it might be that this goal will actually bring you also some financial stability. It's interesting how I would see these two cards actually inverted, like the Judgment is in the mind space and the 8 of coins and the 10 of coins in the material manifestation of your life, which might be. But it feels like there's a major decision that is happening right now in your life. Now, it could be a decision regarding your job, your work. There's a completion of a cycle here, and it feels like now that this cycle is complete, you're faced with the responsibility of making some important decisions about the future. You might actually be receiving an important call, like a final decision about something. And let's see, in your heart space, relationships of all kind. What's happening for you? What is the general energy for you? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. What is happening in the relationships world? This card wants to be seen. We have the Page of Cups. How perfect. So there is an emotional reawakening here. There's an opportunity for you to create a connection with somebody. It might be a surprising event. Maybe somebody will contact you. There might be messages coming your way. Very pleasant messages, very surprising messages. Very nice. And let's see instead, as far as regards general energy, well-being and spiritual well-being, general well-being. What is going on for you? We have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is quite unemotional. She has achieved a certain mental clarity through experience, through knowledge, through studying, and she's ready to wield that sword. Spiritually, you might be encountering a moment of great clarity. It feels like you're more connected with your mind space than your spiritual self. You might be very discerning right now. You might be willing to evaluate things in a very rational and logical manner. You're not getting involved emotionally with whatever is going on. You're actually having a quite unemotional look on things. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what is going on here. So some major decisions, important decisions, the completion of a cycle, quite successful. That might involve your career. We have in the heart space some the possibility to open your heart to something new, a new connection, a new relationship. And as far as regards your general well-being, spiritual well-being, physical well-being, Queen of Swords, you're pretty, set in your ways. You know what you want. You're very discerning. You're very clear-minded. You're willing to learn also. Oh, my cat. So let's clarify a couple of cards for each of these. So Judgment. What is this Judgment in the physical manifestation of your life? What's happening? What's happening for you in the physical manifestation of your life? It could be home, it could be assets, it could be finances, it could be work. We have the Six of Wands, which is a quite victorious card. Let's see if it's in chart. Let's pick another one. victorious. Maybe there's a call that you were waiting. The Two of Wands, and another one fell out of the deck. Four of Cups. I do believe that you're actually waiting for some sort of communication that might regard your the mundane, the material, the financial. And it seems like this might be an offer, quite an unexpected offer that will come your way. And it feels like you might have been waiting for it, but it's coming almost as a surprise, and it's going to be a very positive communication. I have the feeling that will actually, some big achievement will be announced. The Six of Wands follows the Five of Wands, so whatever happened before might have been a little chaotic. There might have been obstacles and conflicts on the way. So there's a sense of achievement, a sense of success. Very positive. Now, in your intellectual space, Eight of Laurels, Eight of Coins, and Ten of Coins. Why do we have these two cards? A couple of cards for you. So we are with the fire signs right now. What is going on? My cat wants some attention. We have the Ten of Wands, another card that indicates completion, and the World, another completion. I feel like after a lot of work, a lot of thinking, a lot of dedication, a lot of daily dedication to an activity, some sort of activity that you've been doing intellectually, you come to the end of it. So we have 4 different cards now on the table that indicate the achievement, the completion of a cycle. We have the Judgment, the Ten of Wands, the World, and the Ten of Laurels. And I do feel like this is a very successful completion of a cycle. For example, if in your mental space there was studying, because maybe you are a student of some sort, I really feel like this is graduation time. And this is graduation with the highest score, with the highest grades. Very positive. Now for the Page of Cups, what do we have for you, fire signs? Love and relationships. The Two of Cups. I mean, you cannot make this up. Mid-June will see you not only open to new connections, emotional connections and relationships, but there will actually be somebody that feels about you the same way you feel about them. So this is like a reciprocal, mutual interest, mutual sympathy, mutual attraction, mutual love. So get ready, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Love is in the air. Love is in the air, and there are pretty unequivocal signs that there is somebody in your zone of awareness that you might be interested in, and that reciprocates your feelings. I don't know if I even want to pull another card for this, because it seems pretty clear to me. Ace of Swords, and I really feel like there will be also communication. This mutual interest will be clearly and authentically expressed. Great news on the love front for you, fire sign. And then for the general well-being, spiritual well-being, any sort of actions. We have the Queen of Swords. Why do we have the Queen of Swords for you, fire signs? Why do we have the Queen of Swords? We have this Ace of Wands and the Page of Swords. Well, we're taking action, and it's any sort of an action that is sustained and supported by knowledge, by studying, by inquiring. Very good. Well, it sounds very positive for you, fire signs. Let's draw a card from the Oracle of the Phoenix. What's wrong, Max? Oh, a toy? Did you bring me a toy? So for you, fire signs, what else do you need to know about the energy of mid-month? Imagination. Beautiful. Let's read from the guidebook. Let's read from the guidebook. What do you need to know? Imagination. Interesting. I opened exactly at the imagination page. Honor and respect the imagination. It is your bridge to the spirit world and the creative power that now wishes to be fully awakened in you. The Phoenix takes you into the world of your imagination and the possibilities it presents, including the opportunity to shape your future. The imagination is creative. It is like a magic eye, allowing us to see the invisible, and is more powerful than you might think. The imagination is a gift from the divine source of all being, with whose help we are able to make contact with the spirit world. It is the imagination that allows us to travel to other worlds. You might even say that is the key to these worlds, and we can use it to open the door to places from other times or dimensions, like Atlantis, Lemuria, and Avalon. Imagination makes us empathetic, enabling us to put ourselves in the shoes of other beings. We need it in equal measure to create art and to achieve new discoveries in science. Imagination activates creativity, reduces stress, enhances our intuition, improves our capacity for learning, encourages innovation, and makes us happier. It should not be underestimated as a creative force. You have drawn this card in order to understand that you should consciously use your imagination and be a creative being. And I feel like you probably have used your imagination and your power of manifestations, because it feels like in mid-June, fire signs, you're actually reaping the rewards of your manifestation, of your planning, of your hard work. We have a lot of cards that indicates this power of manifestation with the Two of Wands, and then we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. And the results are clearly here. We have a Judgment card. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups. Everywhere, in every sphere of your life, it feels like you're reaping the rewards of your ability to imagine, projecting into reality with your power of manifestation and attraction with these Two of Cups. So everything seems quite wonderful for you, fire signs. Please let me know on your way out how this reading resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave your constructive feedback in the comment section. And now we're moving to the earth signs. Hello, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf. This is my mid-June general energy check-in for all the earth signs. So we're looking at 4 different areas of your life, general energy for the mid-month of June, for Taurus, for Virgo, and for Capricorn. So we're going to use the tarot. I will draw 4 cards, 1 for each of the areas of your life, and a wrap-up thought using the Oracle of the Phoenix, the Oracle at the end of the reading. So this is a general reading, might resonate with you entirely or partially. Please take whatever resonates with your personal circumstances and disregard what doesn't ring a bell. This is a general reading for the earth signs, so your messages might be spread in more than one element, actually, because our natal charts are quite complex. So you might have a strong fire element, but also a water element, and other dominating aspects. So I always invite you to take a look at your natal chart and also take a look at more than one sign or more than one element. So the reading, it will not be for each of the signs within the earth element. It will be just a general for all 3. So the first card will be a look at your at the material manifestation of your life. So anything regarding your job, your career, your assets, your finances, your family, anything that you consider valuable in your life. So for the earth signs, we have the 9 of Laurels, that in this beautiful deck, this is the Heavenly Bloom Tarot is the Nine of Pentacles. So quite the achievement. You worked hard. You are enjoying the fruit of your hard labor. This is a card that indicates accomplishment. It's a card that indicates self-discipline, ability to achieve results, to work long and hard. In your mind space, so intellectually, what is going on? Everything regarding the written and spoken word, maybe studies, ideas, mental clarity. We have the Page of Wands. You're in a great mood to explore new possibilities. Your mind is pretty curious right now. There might be also some communication coming your way or going out from you towards somebody else. So it would be a great time actually to communicate with other people. And as far as regards your heart space, love and relationships of all kind, we have the Hangman. So earth signs, it seems like right now we hit the pause button when it comes to love and relationships. Nothing is probably going on. You might have taken a break. You feel like you need to rest or to take a break to look at things from a different perspective. We'll also pull clarifiers for each of these cards. And then for the spiritual well-being, general well-being, stamina, actions, anything that might be happening for you during the around the mid month of June, we have the Two of Swords. Again, there's a like for the love and relationships, it feels like nothing is really going on. Two of Swords, it feels like you're hit a wall. You're pretty stagnant right now. It feels like if a decision needs to be made, you're not making it. This is analysis paralysis, but also a need to go within and listen to yourself rather than being open to external interferences, opinions. Sometimes people always try to convince us with their unsolicited advice. So it might be that this card is connected to the Hangman, which is the card for the heart space, love and relationships. It feels like you are thinking about yourself. The Nine of Laurels is quite individualistic as a card. You're working for yourself, for your own well-being, for your own material well-being. You are intellectually open to explore new ideas, new possibilities, but when it comes to the emotional and the spiritual, it feels like you're pretty closed off. Let's clarify for you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Why do you have the Nine of Laurels, the Nine of Pentacles, when it comes to the material manifestation of your world? So your job, your home, your family, your assets, your work. When it comes to, productivity, prosperity, wealth. I mean, the card is pretty self-explanatory here. Four of Laurels, the Four of Coins. And you worked hard, you've been saving money probably, you've been acquiring more and more, in order to reach financial stability. And it feels like you're willing and ready to protect your own assets, your financial stability. You're now really sharing. You're enjoying it. You worked hard for it, and you're enjoying it here. Now, Page of Wands. Why do we have the Page of Wands as far as regards the mental, the mind realm, the intellectual clarity, ideas, communications? What kind of communication is coming your way with this Page of Wands? What kind of communication is coming your way? Communication, Two of Cups. Well, this is something that you really had your heart set on. It might be communication, maybe within a partnership with somebody else. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It could be anything that you've been trying to attract and manifest in your life. A partnership of all kinds. Let's see with the Hangman. In your heart space, love and relationships. Why are you stuck? What's going on here? Why are you stuck? You're probably thinking about reaching out, or somebody around you is thinking about reaching out to you. but you're not really open to it. 5 of Swords. Maybe there was a conflict with somebody you're emotionally connected to. It could be this 2 of Cups that now would like to reach out to you, or you would like to reach out to them. You've been pretty lonely. You've been fending for yourself. You've been taking care of yourself. This is very like me energy. It feels like there was a disconnection with somebody. You might have changed your mind about a relationship. There might have been some sort of verbal altercation, fallout with somebody, and this is why now you're stuck and you're just waiting and waiting. 2 of Swords. As far as regard, you know, spiritually, how you're feeling, possible actions you might want to take for mid-June, earth signs, what is going on? Why are you stuck? The 2 of Swords. And we have the 8 of Cups. You feel disappointed. There was a big disappointment here. Somebody walked away. It might have been you, might have been the other person. It feels like the theme for you, earth signs, for mid-June is probably this relationship that went awry. There's a connection, an emotional connection here that went awry. You might be thinking about it. The other person might be thinking about it. You might be, you know, thinking, pondering if it's the case to reach out after a period of, closing yourself off to this relationship. But it feels like you are, you're taking a break and nothing is really moving here. Somebody's quite disappointed. Somebody walked away from this relationship. Let's see, what is the general guidance for you, the pep talk that you need to receive, earth signs for mid-June, in the light of these cards? What do you need to know? The key to mastery. Let's read from the guidebook. We have insight on the bottom of the deck. The key to mastery. You will achieve mastery when you have demonstrated steadfast trust in all that is. On your path to this goal, you will have understood that karma and reincarnation are connected and act accordingly. You might also feel like this is the karma that you need to resolve right now with this person, with this relationship. And this is the moment it's necessary for you both actually, to learn the lesson behind this karmic tie. This card signifies that you hold the key to mastery in your hands. 4 priestesses from an age long ago await you. They are guardians that serve and pass on knowledge of the elements. Nemne, priestess of fire, Esta, priestess of water, Kanika, priestess of earth, and Edith, princess of air. Once upon a time in the golden age here on earth, there were 4 small pyramids in which the elements were worshipped. These structures were arranged in the shape of an exact square, and their footprints were also exact squares. In the center, between the 4 sacred structures, there stood a water basin, also in the shape of a square. This was filled with holy water, the holy water of transformation. It was here that priestesses and priests would learn which kind of magic lay hidden in each of the elements. You have drawn this card because you are now ready to take a great step forward toward mastery. You must internalize 2 things: trust in everything that is, and the idea of karma and or reincarnation. Without trust in your soul, which has sent you here and is guiding you, you cannot follow the path of mastery with all your heart. Your inner doubts will always take over, the 2 of Swords here, and make life difficult, and you will lose any clarity you may once have had. Your next life, wherever and whenever that might be, is created in this life. Are you aware of the full consequences of this? Karma is the energy that flows through your destiny and shapes your next incarnation, not as a punishment, but in order for you to learn. It is important to know that your karma is not some kind of an ineluctable fate, but that you will always have the option to work through it at any time. It is created through your thoughts, deeds, and words, and is a reaction to the life you lead. Everything has consequences. Nothing that you have ever thought, done, or said has been lost, including your light-filled impulses, and conversely, the things you do that lower your vibration. Create something to balance out the things that do not emanate from the light of love, and always practice forgiveness. And it's interesting that the forgiveness is coming out as a theme for this card, because it feels that there will probably a big fallout with somebody with this Five of Swords, a big disappointment, somebody walked away, but maybe you need to practice forgiveness, not so much maybe to reconcile if this is not meant to be, although it seems like it's on somebody's mind, as much as for the need that you have to solve this karmic knot with somebody. There's a lesson that needs to be learned, and it feels like you need to move on, and forgiveness might be the key for you to move on. It doesn't mean that you have to reconcile with this person. If things don't work, but I mean, do not regret having gone through this kind of conflict with this person. Probably that conflict was meant to happen because you needed to learn a lesson and appreciate the lesson. When you appreciate the lesson, that's when you level up and you move on with your life, and you free yourself of any karmic ties that bring you down and keep you stuck in your life, which is simplified here by the Hanged Man. Okay, so this was the general reading for mid-June for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. Please let me have your comment in the comment section below. How does this reading resonate with you? If it resonated with you and if you'd like to go deeper, you can contact me at the email address that you will find in the description of all my videos to book a private reading. And now we're moving on to water signs. Hello, water signs. Welcome to Mina's bookshelf. This is your mid-June general energy check-in, and it's for the signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So it's a general reading. Might resonate with you entirely or partially. Disregard whatever doesn't ring a bell with your personal circumstances. Take with you only whatever gives you that the chill down your spine, and it really feels like this reading is for me. Now, this is for the water signs, but I will not look at each of them individually. I will read for them as an element, as a water element. But I'm drawing 4 cards from the Heavenly Bloom Tarot, one per each of the areas of your life, just to give you a complete view of what is going on, and a wrap-up thought from the Oracle of the Phoenix, this beautiful, very colorful deck here. So these are readings for entertainment, cannot speak, entertainment purposes only, for Sun, Moon, Rising signs, with placement of Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. So water signs, what do you need to know about mid-June energy? Okay, I shuffle the decks in between the readings, but I'll shuffle again in front of you just for clarity and transparency. 3 times. So what do you need to know? First card out of the deck will be for the physical manifestation of your life. So anything regarding your assets, your financial stability, your work, your career, your home, your family, yourself as well, because pentacles represent assets, and you are the best asset that you have. So, water signs. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. What do you need to know about the physical manifestation of your life? What's the energy? 2 cards are calling my attention. We have the 9 of Cups and the Page of Wands in reverse. I don't read reversals in this reading, in this kind of readings, but I will keep the card here just to see if there is some nuanced meaning in the card. I will also clarify later on, pulling another card for each of these. So a big wish and dream has come to its fulfillment, has been fulfilled. It might be that you haven't received a communication about it yet. This is blocked energy of some sort. But it feels like, you know, there's something that you really wished for that has come true. Let's see, in your heart space. No, we're doing the realm of the mind first. Communications, written and spoken word, ideas, maybe even job-related stuff. We have 3 cards. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Way too many. We're going to put them back in the deck because there are way too many cards. So, what is going on as far as regards the intellect, the mind, intellectual, mind clarity, communications, decisions. Okay, that's better. 4 of Cups. There might be something you're not considering. It seems like right now you might be either bored, intellectually bored, or maybe you're focusing on something that is not really what you should be looking at right now. And it might be that maybe an opportunity, an offer that is coming to you from the universe or from an actual person in your life. You actually, you're not seeing it because you're quite distracted. It might be that what I'm seeing here is that you're intellectually bored. It feels like you need something to stimulate your mind. Nothing much. It feels like it's the same old, but something might be on the way. An opportunity, an offer, an idea. Okay, I don't shuffle reversals in the deck, so I don't know why these cards are coming out like this. These are 2 cards for the love and relationships. We have the Queen of Cups and the 5 of Swords in reverse. This card came out also in the same position for the earth signs. So I feel like you are emotionally more mature right now, and this change, this transformation might have happened as a consequence of a conflict, of a really bad conflict within your in your heart, with in love and relationships. So, you know, it's interesting how in this in the artwork in this deck, the Heavenly Bloom, the Queen of Cups is actually covering her cup. She's protecting it, and I really feel that you must have gone through something. And that now, as a consequence, you've learned how to protect yourself. You finally understood that you need to protect yourself. You might have given too much of yourself without receiving enough in return. A very conflictual relationship. It feels like you've been the one giving, and all you got in return is bad words, accusations. But you walked away from this. You walked away from this conflict, or you're about to walk away from this conflict, potentially, because you're protecting your heart. You finally understood that you need to protect your feelings and your emotional well-being. Let's see, spiritual well-being, possible actions you might be taking mid-June for you, water signs. What do you need to know? This card was coming out in reverse too. The Two of Swords. Same as for the earth signs. Maybe you want to take a look at the earth signs as well. There might be a connection there. So you're blocked. If there's actions or decisions that need to be made, you're not taking them. You're not making them at the moment. You are you have decided not to take any action, which might be the best thing to do. Consider that there was this very negative energy here with the Five of Swords. A bad conflict or a change of mind. Okay, let's clarify for you. 9 of Cups and a Page of Wands. This is also a very immature card. So this is a very individualistic energy, this 9 of Cups. You know, sometimes it might indicate also selfishness, a greedy attitude. When Like, for example, you want everything for yourself. So in the material world, you might have been quite selfish and in the attempt to achieve your goals and your dreams. There's a very selfish energy here, but it doesn't surprise me because you are fending for yourself right now. You're protecting yourself, protecting your heart, protecting what is yours. And maybe the material assets might have been the reason that caused this conflict here, indicated by the Five of Swords. Intellectually, you're not open. You're quite closed off. And if there is an offer here, you're not even looking at it. Yeah, because you're closed off. Two of Swords and Four of Cups for me are very similar energies. You going within, you're not looking out. So you're not even interested in seeing what kind of offers might come your way. Maybe from the same person you had a fallout with. Let's clarify. Why do we have the Nine of Cups and the Page of Wands in the physical manifestation of your world? Material assets, work, home, for you water signs. You might have been a little selfish and greedy. You're not willing to open up your heart again to somebody. You're quite closed off. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which was also at the bottom of the deck. There's a big change. A change of fortune, so to speak. Positive one, I would say. It's the completion of a cycle. You know, this card is also telling me that you're taking your own fate in your own hands. It feels to me like she's kind of guiding, steering this wheel rather than letting the wheel change its position by itself. You're not letting, so to speak, destiny or fate taking the reins of your life. You are in control. You're in charge, and you are the one who has been, you know, moving things around in such a way to create your own fortune. Four of Cups in the mind space, intellectually. Why do you have the Four of Cups? Why do you have the Four of Cups? Water signs. Why do we have the Four of Cups in the mind space? The Star. Well, this is a card that indicates not only a wish fulfillment, but also mental clarity. Wish fulfillment. What I'm seeing with these two cards, it feels like you have achieved the mental clarity that you needed to achieve, whatever it's on your mind, whatever you were thinking of, and you're not open to anything else because your wish was fulfilled. And this Nine of Cups is telling me this as well with the Wheel of Fortune. You have achieved what you wanted. You're not interested in anything else. Very interesting reading. Let me know in the comment section, what is going on with you, Earth signs? What's happening? It feels like you have achieved what you wanted and you're not willing to take any other action. You don't want to do anything else. You got what you wanted. You're not open to any other offers. You're not, open to anything else because you just simply got what you wanted. You achieved your goal. And now you're protecting yourself. You're protecting your heart. Why are you protecting your heart? We have the Queen of Laurels, the Temperance, and the Ace of Wands. A queen clarifying a queen. Well, this is a reconciliation. Temperance and Ace of Wands together might indicate an action that needs to be taken in order to recreate balance. Together with this Five of Swords in reverse might be an indication that there's an attempt to reconcile with somebody. But I feel like, you see, like both these queens are holding their cup and the coin tied to their chests. You're actually protecting yourself. You might understand, you might feel like there's a need for reconciliation. There's a need to recreate harmony with somebody you might have fallen out with. But this time, you're going to protect yourself, not only emotionally, but also materially. See, she got what she wanted, and she's holding on to it really tight. She's not willing to share. She's saying, not this time. This time I make my fortune. I protect what is mine. Very interesting. I'm really curious, water signs. Please let me have in the comment section anything that clarifies this reading. And Two of Swords will be clarified by, let's see, for the water signs, mid-June, general energy, the Lovers, and the Ace of Laurels and the Lovers card. Well, this is an offer of reconciliation, but both in these two sets of cards. This is a tangible opportunity to get together again, to choose each other again. Taking action to restore the balance and the harmony, but you're not doing it. You have decided you're not doing it. You've done your part. You got what you wanted, whatever this was. Again, as for the earth signs, I really feel like the focus of this reading is a relationship, is the main thing about the general energy of mid-June. Let's pull a card from the Oracle of the Phoenix, just to get some more words of wisdom, a message that might help you ponder and reflect, possible affirmation, an empowering message. What do you need to know, water signs? Learn to live in love. Well, it doesn't look like you want to live in love right now, because you're quite closed off. You're not really open to, opening up again to a reconciliation with somebody. You're protecting your heart at this time, and you're protecting your assets. Maybe this relationship jeopardized your financial stability. You really had to protect your wishes and think about your wishes and your needs first, rather than thinking about somebody else's wishes and needs. Let's read from the guidebook. And we have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. So there's no action, no communication. You're sitting in your throne. You're trusting your intuition, but you're not speaking. I don't feel like, if there was a fallout with somebody that is emotionally important to you, you're not reaching out. You decided to protect yourself this time. Learn to live in love. Let's take a look at this beautiful card. Learn to live in love. Your soul wants to experience and feel all life's events and sensations. It wants to learn and expand your horizons in divine love. Be aware that you're increasing your ability and furthering your knowledge, even when you think you're doing nothing and everything around you seems static and still. This magnificent phoenix is a reminder that you are here on earth to develop your talents, and development means learning. Life is full of challenges, but when viewed from a wider perspective, there is a deeper meaning to all that happens or fails to happen. On the path of awareness, you will learn that you can choose almost every day between the opposites of fear and love. Learn to react with love to life's major challenges in order to receive love in return. If you should respond with fear or ignorance, or without taking personal responsibility, which explains the Page of Wands in reverse, fear and a lack of responsibility, you will repeat life's trials and tribulations. Understand that you're living in a dual world, everything that has a positive and a negative side. This colorful, loving phoenix whispers gently to you that knowledge is the power. The theme of forgiveness was present also in the general reading that I just did for the earth signs. So one more reason why you should go and take a look at that, because there's a lot of connections and synchronicities between the earth element and the water element readings. So this is another card that echoes the same concept that came out for the earth signs. It's the need for forgiveness. And sometimes forgiveness doesn't mean that you're going to reconnect with that person you fell out of love with, you had a conflict with. But the importance of forgiveness is that you actually solve a karmic knot that otherwise would lead you to repeat the same experience over and over again until you learn the lesson. So this was the reading for you, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Please let me know in the comment section how it resonated with you. If you would like to go a little deeper, and maybe it looks like one of those readings where you would like to learn more details, you can contact me at the email address that you can find in the description of all my videos to book a private reading. On your way out, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave your constructive feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and now it's time for the fire signs. No, sorry. Yes, the fire signs. Did I do the fire signs? Forgive this moment. So I did the fire sign at the beginning. I've done the earth signs. I've done the water sign. And what's the other element? Just give me a moment. Forgive my brain fog for a moment. I just realized that I didn't do the air signs, which I should have done before doing the fire signs, and then we will be done. So brain fog apart. This is your reading, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Jupiter, Mars, and Venus in that sign. So my air signs, please forgive me. You should have been the next reading after the earth signs. But, these days the brain is not working. It's not really sharp. I will probably go over this video and find some other mistakes. But we're here to have fun. These are readings for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to be drawing 4 cards from the Tarot. This is the Heavenly Bloom Tarot. 1 card as a wrap-up thought from the Oracle of the Phoenix. And what else? I will be clarifying also each of the cards. These are general messages for the mid-month of June. Might resonate with you entirely or partially. Please disregard whatever doesn't ring a bell with your personal circumstances. Filter the messages through the lens of your own life story. Because the natal chart is quite complex, you might realize that there are messages for you in more than one elemental reading. There were similarities between the earth sign and the water signs reading. So let's see for you. Again, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What do you need to know about the physical manifestation of your life? What is going on with your financial security, money decisions, work, environment, professional path, family as well? We have the Ace of Swords. Some major decisions are needed. Decisions, it might be a new contract. It might be a new lease on a house, for example. It could be a new job contract. It could be the decision to make a purchase, for example. This is documents, somehow related to the mind realm. So it's about communication, written and spoken communication. Might be an agreement, anything that will be conducive when it comes to gaining, something or purchasing something. when it comes to your mind space, your intellectual clarity, communications of all kinds, spoken and written word, anything that might be related to legalities and contracts and work as well. So what do you need to know? Air signs. We have the Six of Swords. Okay, so you're moving on. You're leaving something behind. It might have been maybe that you come from a difficult time where there were, like, you know, mental conflicts, conflicts with other people as well, verbal altercations, you know, exchange of not so very nice words, being mentally at odds when it comes to opinions and ideas with somebody else. It could be moving away from an internal conflict. It feels like this conflict hasn't been really resolved, but you're willing to leave it behind you and, you know, go towards a more peaceful moment when it comes to your mind. We'll clarify also to see what exactly is going on here. When it comes to love and relationship, heart space, air sign, what is going on for you? We have the Hierophant. This is the card of the higher learning and big commitments. So it might be that in love and relationship, for example, you are ready to move on to the next level. You actually are in the energy of tying the knot with somebody, sign the papers, making a union official. It might be an engagement. It might be a marriage. You know, doing things according to the tradition. So if you were, for example, living in with somebody, living together, it might be that you actually decided to get married with that person. So that's the kind of energy for you. And as far as regards the realm of the spirit and how you're feeling, general well-being, spiritual well-being, possible actions, stamina, energy. What do you need to know about mid-June? Air signs. What do you need to know? This card. We have the Knight of Cups. And yeah, this is a proposal. The action here is literally proposing. Feel like you really are ready to move on with somebody and finally making the decision to tie the knot. It's a very specific message, but in a general sense, it might be making some sort of relationships or partnerships official. This is the Hierophant is in the heart space, so the meaning for me is pretty clear. When it comes to relationship, the Hierophant is the marriage contract. And you definitely are ready to move forward with the offer, or somebody is moving towards you with an offer. If you were hoping to receive that proposal, they're gonna go down on their knee and offer you the ring. I really feel like it. I really feel like this is the general energy for you, air signs. And you know, this is a card of movement with the Six of Swords. If there was a mental debate about some important decisions, it feels like you're actually decided to move on and taking that steps with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. Yeah, and if I had to read these cards holistically instead of dividing them by let's say area of your lives, this is the marriage contract. It's signing the papers to actually creating a long-term relationship and connection with somebody, with the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. Let's clarify each of these cards for you. Oh, King of Cups on the bottom. So why do we have the Ace of Swords in the practical matter, material, assets and stuff? The Fool. Yes, this is the person that is taking a leap of faith. You are taking a leap of faith. You are making a decision here, a pretty important one, with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. You're moving on. This is taking the leap of faith. Now, is this like a reckless decision? Have you thought about it very carefully? We have the canine companion here, always, standing there, trying to be your Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder, trying to ask you, and is it actually the right thing to do? Are you absolutely sure about the step you're taking? I really feel like you have faith right now. You're ready to move on with this engagement, with this contract, with this enterprise, whatever that is. Why do we have the Six of Swords in the intellectual space for you, air signs? Why do we have the Six of Swords? I have to learn to actually write down the signs that I do when I do these long videos, because I get lost. So, why do we have the Six of Swords? Nine of Swords. There's a sense of anxiety here. I really feel like you feel the anxiety of taking that steps. That's this step. You seem to be pretty worried, but I feel like you have overcome that sense of worry and concern and fear and anxiety. Maybe this new thing going on in your life, this big decision, this big engagement, this contract, was cause of anxiety for you. You were pretty worried, anxious because you didn't want to take the step. You were not sure, maybe because you were expecting somebody else to come forward with a proposal. Let's see, the Hierophant. Let's clarify, although this is quite self-explanatory as an energy for you in love and relationship and contracts and partnerships of all kinds. Why do we have the Hierophant? This card jumped out. Ten of Cups. Yes, it's definitely about creating a family, moving in together, getting married with somebody. This is a card that indicates union and fulfillment of a dream. And it's quite possible that you were pretty anxious about it. That's why, mentally anxious about it. That's why we have the Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. But the Six of Swords is pretty positive energy, because it feels like you're actually moving away from that anxiety. You are reaching a better place, intellectually, mentally speaking. You're ready to move on with this new beginning, with this jump into the unknown, this big leap of faith. And this leap of faith represents coming into an official union with somebody. Knight of Cups, possible action, general energy, stamina, well-being, physical well-being, spiritual well-being. It feels like you have made your mind. You have. Wheel of Fortune, moving on. Yes, something is moving, something is changing. Quite favorable change of events. I really feel like this person is moving towards you. It's either this person moving towards you with the offer of love and the proposal, marriage proposal. It could be also other kinds of partnerships. The marriage contract could be also other kinds of unions. It could be a partnership. If you're not into love, relationship, and maybe this is a reading for somebody who is merging with somebody else professionally, creating an enterprise and signing some papers for a partnership with somebody else. Okay, so words of encouragement, affirmation, clarification from the Oracle of the Phoenix for you. Air signs, actually 2 cards. Let's see. Wealth and abundance. Very good. And wild and happy. Wild and happy is a full card. So whatever it is, whether it's a love relationship that you're bringing to the next level with a marriage proposal, or a contract, a financial partnership, a collaborative, professional partnership with somebody. This is something that's going to bring wealth and abundance, and it's going to make you wildly happy. Let's read from, sorry, need some water. Let's read from the guidebook. Wealth and abundance. This card represents prosperity, abundance, and fulfillment. It is important that you now recognize where you stand with these issues and create a clear vision of where you wish to go. And I think with this Ace of Swords, you have a clear vision. And you're moving forward with the Six of Swords and this Knight of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. And the result will be a quite happy one with this Ten of Cups. So this is a beautiful reading for you, air signs. This magnificent phoenix teaches that there is always enough. It assures you that you will always be provided for. If you carry this information in your subconscious, wealth and abundance will automatically flow to you. You will create it through your beliefs, thoughts, decisions, and last but not least, actions. The time has come to burn away thoughts of deficiency and lack in the transforming fire of this phoenix. Emerge reborn. You may reawaken in the light of abundance and recognize that this light should penetrate every level if you truly wish to feel rich and blessed. That's it also, wild and happy. You have drawn this card because the time has come to recognize the wild part of your nature and to give it more freedom. Do something crazy. And the Fool is willing to do something crazy. He's ready to jump off the cliff. Live wild and free. Now is the time to leave behind the path of reason and rationality and to strike out on new and more exciting paths. Happiness is very personal and different people find joy in different things. However, one thing is certain. On the path to happiness, the constraints of distrust and doubt will need to be overcome. The distrust and doubts indicated here by the Nine of Swords. Your thoughts are the cause of all your suffering. But remember that you're not just your mind, you are a multidimensional, magical being that is here to feel. Your brain is not programmed to create happiness. Its role is to ensure your survival. Wildness is the part of you that wants more life than mere survival. This wild woman, this wild man in you is more closely connected to the present than all the many other aspects of your personality. You can now awaken this part of you that is calling and striving for freedom, since wildness and happiness can be found only in the present moment. So clearly the energy of this reading for you, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, is that this is the time. It's now or never. This is the time to take that bold step towards this love dream and make it official. And move on with a proposal to actually sanctify this union in a traditional manner with a traditional marriage. You might have been plagued by fear, anxiety, projecting maybe a little bit of pessimistic thoughts, or what am I doing? Is it the right thing? Is it maybe too early? And somebody might have even tried to hold you back. But I feel like you have made up your mind here with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. And it feels like it's the potential for this union is a pretty good one. Wild and happy, wealth and abundance. So this was the reading for you, air signs. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell on your way out. Leave your constructive feedback in the comment section. I would love to know how these readings resonated with you. And if you would like to go deeper with the reading, I'm available for a personal reading. You can book one using the email address that you will find in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and your attention. Until I see you next time, many blessings.